So Mark, 1-0 loss here at Evesham against Gloucester City tonight. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Well, obviously the feeling is disappointment. It hasn't gone the way we wanted to. I felt it was a much more open game tonight than Saturday's. I think both teams created chances. I think defensively we got in some good blocks first half. We stuck in the game, and we were quite pleased to come in at 0-0 at half time, because I think Gloucester did put us under pressure. But I felt we always looked dangerous on the break. We had some good opportunities ourselves, so it was a pretty end-to-end game really first half, far more open, as I said, than Saturday. I think it's always going to be fine margins. I didn't think we were far off tonight, but we have to hold our hand up, and we're not looking for excuses. We've lost the game, and we need to look at areas where we can do better. I think if obviously one of the things is we're having trouble putting the ball in the net at the moment. I mean, we haven't scored in the first 2 games. If you include the last friendly against Brackley, that's 3 games. So we're keeping scores down against us. It's a 0 on Saturday against. Only 1 against away from home tonight. But obviously if you're not scoring goals, it's going to make it impossible to win games of football, and that's an area we're struggling with at the moment. We did create chances tonight. I think we also need the referee to do his job properly and give a penalty. When Cabby's there running in the box, twisting, and the lads come in, clipped him from behind, we don't get the decision. First half, I think Rob Sinclair's almost through, gets bought, don't get the decision. So, we're not getting the rub or the green for us at the moment, and sometimes you do need that little bit of, well, it's not luck, it's the right decision sort of being made for you. We didn't get that today. We're not kidding ourselves though. Gloucester did create chances, but I think what we've got to do is stick together. I just said to the players in there, they're obviously frustrated, they're angry, they're disappointed. Same feelings that we've got as a staff, but we must stick together. If we're going to now start blaming each other, or looking to pass the buck and not take responsibility for things, then we're going to struggle. But it's still very early days. I think there's 118 points or whatever to play for, so very early. It's only the 2nd game of the season. We're in the 1st week. Obviously people would look at maybe the first 2 fixtures against Eastbourne and Gloucester and maybe see it as opportunities to get something. And then you look at the next 2 fixtures, Woking and Torquay. On paper, you would think that that's going to be a hard task for us, and it will be. But we've proved many times last season that when our backs are against the wall, and when we go and play against the so-called big team, we have on many occasions, as we've proved last season, gone and got good results. But we won't do that if we don't believe and we don't stick together and we don't keep working. So we need to get in on the training ground on Thursday night. There's no point going into too much analysis of it at the moment, in terms of going in there and trying to pick the game to pieces with the players, because they're all down, they're disappointed. They care, they want to do well. I do believe we have some some players, good players in that dressing room, but at the moment things haven't quite gone for us in the first 2 games. But we must stick together, we must get ourselves ready for Woking. We know it's going to be a tough game, but we need to go there with belief, and we need to go there and put on a good performance. And it's still very early on in the season, as I say. So we're disappointed. It's obviously not the result we wanted. Could have gone either way, in my opinion, again tonight. It's not going for us at the moment, but we have to stick together.
I know, as you've already said, obviously a quick turnaround with Woking at the weekend. Are you hoping to go with the same sort of team, or any?
Well, I think we need to look at it, on Thursday. I'm not going to say that I know my team for Woking at the moment, but I think defensively we've worked hard. There were some great blocks in the first half. Some good bits of defending, and when our backs were against the wall. So that sort of side of things, we're keeping sort of scores down against us. We did create chances tonight, as I say, but we perhaps got to be more clinical, and we've got to believe that. But sometimes when you don't sort of get the result, people start to get a bit anxious and a bit panicky, in and around the box and slashing at things and perhaps choosing the wrong options. But we've got to believe that it's going to go for us. We've got to keep doing the right things, keep encouraging the players. We do believe in them, and we just have to take it on the chin. We have to congratulate Gloucester. I thought they played well tonight. It's not an easy place to come. I think they'll cause a team's a lot of problems here this year. They played their 3-4-3 system quite well, and you know, we perhaps were guilty of not picking up enough second balls in midfield tonight, and I think that's an area we need to do better. I know they picked up too much in there for me, you know, for my liking. But as I say, I thought we always looked dangerous, so I thought we looked capable of scoring, but we didn't do it. You know, we're not looking for excuses. We didn't do it. You know, fair play to Gloucester, they've beaten us, and we have to take it on the chin and accept it. But you know, we must come back fighting, and we will. You know, the right attitude is important, and we'll keep going, and we'll prepare as best we can for Saturday at Woking.
Brilliant, thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Cheers.